Welcome, everyone, to the Sexy Show. I am super excited. I see that for everything, but you really have to know why I'm excited today because I have been so in love with this woman. I know
Oh,
we've had our moments, but we have these little things that we used to do in regards to how we did our training together. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank everyone for being there for us and for joining us always. But please do help me introduce Jane Freethy. Jane, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
well, about 10 years ago, Dianne and I met in NLP training. And that's become a passion of mine, learning how to make things better in my life and have more fun. And everybody wants to get better and doesn't always know how. So the tools are out there. You just have to find somebody that can teach you. So that was about 10 years ago. And that's where that's where I started my journey. And it hasn't stopped. That's the exciting part. I don't know what else you want to know, Deanne.
Well, we'll talk about the bedroom in a minute.
That's what else you want to know.
Oh my goodness. For those men out there, you better be listening. I'm telling you this. You need a slap in your face if you don't really connect with this woman. So let me so why don't you that's all you want to say about your introduction? That's it. More or less. I know you got more than this, girlfriend. I know this.
I'm an NLP coach. I do hypnosis. I do quantum change process, and all of those things are tools that help you change at an unconscious mind, take away the things that are holding you back. And that's what I've been working on with my friends and my group of people that have also been trained. And that's another great thing is that when there's people around that have been trained and you're going through a tough time, they're right there with you, and they can help you get on the straight and narrow. And like as Einstein says, is the mind that has created a problem is not the mind that can fix it. So everybody needs people, and that the connection, and that's the beauty of technology these days is to be able to connect with people.
Well, we just had to have fun, as you know, Jan. And for those like who don't know me, for goodness sake, pretty much. Jan, don't even do that yet. See? Cheers. Hey, I can't see a glass, but more towards
There we go. And
now, typically you would not 60, sexy. Typically you would not see me drinking this, but I hope this is not dry wine for the love of God. I hope this is not dry wine.
so it's going to get really interesting in the next hour if it's.
I think it's dry. Okay, it's not the dry one because there's two. Okay, it's not the dry one. God, it's not the dry one. So for those who know me, my name is Dianne, and we met, like I said, 10 years ago, pretty much with our NLP training, and we had so much fun time, especially the lips, and the redness, and the tree twang. And what was that thing you used to always say to me? You used to always tease me, but girl, what was it say?
Oh, well, there was always a song that would bring us back to our seats. And that was back when Gangnam Style was on. And so I learned in my kitchen with my daughter and her friend how to do the dance. Mm-hmm. And so the next day, I kept doing the dance. And then you'd say to me, dance for me, girl. Dance for me, girl.
I remember.
Laugh and laugh.
I remember when you came in and you were shy to do it. And I think I forced you to do it and say, just go ahead and do it. But anyway, I don't know, we got there. Like I said, my name is Dianne. I do NLP hypnotherapy as well. And of course, the Dow Hands practitioner and everything else that you know me for. And I'm so happy that you guys are here. Catch us on the replay. Share this with us, with other people. Sorry. And, it's going to be fun. Jan, happy belated birthday.
No, it's this Saturday.
Happy early birthday.
Not belated yet, my dear.
Wow, I don't know why I think it's your birthday. Somebody I was talking to recently was their birthday. Someone said mix up. Anyway, always a fun time. let's just get the bedroom thing out of the way because I know some curious minds I want to know before we go any further. So why did you tell them that story? What happened?
Which
You remember
story?
the story?
No.
Remember when we okay.
Oh no.
I saw Jan with no clothes on. You were there, right? No, you were there. You were there with us in the hotel for hypnotherapy when we got stuck with the ice
Oh, well,
storm.
we got snowed in. Yes,
No,
ice,
we got
ice
ice.
stormed in.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I am telling you, it was so much fun. It was, boy, it really took us to another level in terms of our comfort zone in the hotel. We got iced in, and we were doing this intense training, and we had no choice. We could not drive. There was ice this thick. And we had to skate across to the restaurant and the toiletries next door with the pharmacy. And we ended up spending 4 women's in our underwear. So for all these men's out there, who we will talk about in a minute, cannot see this woman or visualize what you're seeing there. You need to wake up. You need to wake up, man. That's all I got to say. So we'll get back to the men in a minute. So tell me, John, what does sexy mean to you besides those red luscious lips that you have there that we always have? You know, that lipstick. The lipstick was something that we had at our training, was another joke that we used to, because it means empowerment. It means power. So what does sexy mean to you? Because I know you're one sexy woman and you live that and you breathe that and you show it.
Well, sexy is so different for different people, except for sexy is a relaxed, unapologetic power. I mean, even a car can be sexy. High heels can be sexy. A purse can be sexy. So I think in a human being, in a person, it's being relaxed and powerful and comfortable and comfortable within your own skin. And then taking good care of this body that we're given, that we need to love and take care of, and grooming whatever is comfortable for you. So all of that creates this a persona of being sexy. So that's sexy.
Yeah. Do you believe that you work with people, relationships, obviously, and what you believe or you see or you hear is really the missing piece of the puzzle when it comes to relationship?
Yes, I think that the being sexy is also the intimacy, and being sexy has nothing to do with just sex. It is the connection and being together and being with someone and understanding their needs. And that is, and if the needs are a back rub, or if the needs are somebody doing the dishes, or that's sexy. You know, a big somebody that's when we were younger and having babies, somebody just picking up our baby and taking care of it for us. You know, the dad coming in and picking up our screaming child. That was sexy. So it's the intimacy and the connection is critical, I think.
What do you think about the 50 Shades of Grey?
It was poorly written.
Poorly written, maybe well acted in that context a certain degree, because you have to tell you the truth, for you to act that, I know it's all play and it's all this stuff, but you know, it's one of these things. I think it was kind of the way it ended was, I saw it many years ago when actually I had messaged a friend and I said, what are you doing? He said he was watching the 50 Shades of Grey. So Dianne had to go and look and see what the 50 Shades of Grey was. Well, believe me, I wasn't really truly impressed with it. But it's the fact that, you know, when you think about it, how people perceive it and just get into the act, there's some things that you can act and there's some things you don't act. And you really have to be you really have to be a good actress in order to be confident in yourself in order to do so. However, you know, we're not dismissing what the movie's about, but the fact that you have to have felt something Now, to those people who just like it because of the what it portrays, yes, they would love it. But I go deeper than that. I'm more the Kama Sutra type of person, and I know
Mhm.
you are as well, right? So the 50 Shades of Grey has its pros and cons, but it also means that there's something missing in the relationship. Put a poll for goodness sake. We a couple of the shows we talked about putting in a poll, a dance poll, but for yourself. Everything we do is for ourselves, not for the
Mhm.
other person per se. They would benefit from it. There's no question about that. Mhm.
Well, and I think also trust is a big thing when you're going into sexuality. From you're taking your sexy and taking it and offering it to a partner, and trust is a big thing. And I think that so many women have been hurt physically and emotionally so much that the biggest thing, the biggest sexiest thing for a man to do is to relax and give you enough time to get to know them and be comfortable and be relaxed, and then and not be judgmental, so that then you can be yourself, and then you can be even more sexual. Take the sexy into the sexual, specifically with them. And that, so if you're talking to the men, the guys want to know the secrets. And if the men want to know the secrets, I think that's one of the bigger secrets in my mind. And it's simply my opinion. Take what you like and leave the rest in an opinion. And it's just through my filters and my opinion. And that's the beauty of listening to someone and getting their take on something and enjoying the thought-provoking ideas and getting to another stage in your own opinion because you've had a chance to talk to them.
Now, for everyone who's listening to us right now, ladies and gentlemen, oh, I did not play the disclosure. What is the disclosure? Go and look at it at the end of the show. There's a disclosure. Trust me on this. It's just our opinions. Now, here's the thing. Jan is being very conservative right now. But I know Jan has a nasty way to her. Now, I don't mean nasty in that sense, but I mean nasty in a cute sense. And a sexy way to her. So I want to see that Jan. Jan is a little too conservative right now. I know Jan better than this. I mean, you should see us. There's no question. Let's bring out the wild side in us. Girl, you getting me to drink wine. I don't drink wine. Okay? So if you can make me drink wine, I don't know what you're going to be doing. So,
I'm leading you astray. Is that what you're telling me?
of course. Let's meet some of these men and women astray now. Let's talk about online dating.
Oh,
Yes.
oh. Online dating.
I am guessing we've been there.
Oh, yes. Been there, done, got the t-shirt, got the pain.
Let's analyze that. So what happens in terms of online dating? What's some of the experiences you had? And give it to me. You don't have to be polite here. Give it to me in raw form. What do we need to expect? Do you run from it with a 10-foot pole? Or do you embrace it? Or what you see there is what you see there is a little bit commercial is a commercial. Marketing is marketing. That ain't the truth, is what you say. I mean, don't get me wrong. In all fairness, there's many couples who have met through online dating.
Yeah.
But I guess you just have to know where where you're going online. I don't know. So tell me some of the experiences you had, and don't leave back anything, okay?
Oh, well, the thing is that yes, my wine glass says 60, sexy, 60, and it's an old wine glass. So I don't know. I think I look pretty good. I think I'm pretty sexy for being over 60. But as soon as I turned over 60 in the dating pool of the online dating pool, crickets, man. So one time I'm send a message to a fellow, and he looks not bad, and he looks like he could be fun, and he comes back to me and he goes, well, yes, because he's my age. And he says, well, dear, he said, you do know you're a decade too old to be with me. I went, decade. He says, I don't want to. So he said, you're a decade too old for me. I don't want to feel like I'm going out with my sister or my cousin when I'm dating you.
But wait,
So,
wait, back up here. You're trying to tell me, well, what was in his portfolio, his profile? Did he
oh,
say he was looking for that age group?
no, it didn't say. And he was very near he was right around my age. He was maybe exactly my age or a year older or something, but not, you know. And it was a while ago. But he comes back and says, absolutely. He says, I'm a decade too old for him. He would feel like he was dating his sister or his cousins. And I didn't know what to say to him back. I was like, So I thought, okay, I had to phone my smart ass friend, and I phoned one of my best friend that had a quick answer, and she said, oh, so say, oh, instead of dating your sister, you want to date your daughter.
Good one.
So,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
yes, so he came back, and apparently that sparked a little bit of interest in him. And he said, no women over 55, the age of 55, are sexy. I went out with a woman last week for lunch, and she was not sexy. And I just deleted it all because I'm thinking anybody that says every person over a certain age is or isn't something, I thought, whoa, that's painting it with an interesting brush stroke. It's not accurate. It's people that say everybody in a certain age bracket have to be wrong.
Why? I've never been on a dating site. So what are some of the things that you see? Definitely not from what I'm hearing now. So what are some of the things that you see on those profiles that, I mean, if you're looking for somebody at a certain age group, you probably suggest that you should put something there to say what you're looking for?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Do you on your profile? What do you have?
Oh, I don't have one anymore. I haven't been on a dating site in over 2 years.
When you had your profile,
Oh, when I had my profile, I don't know. I said, honest, like, or let's not play any games or something. And I had a girlfriend design it because apparently I'm not good at it. Apparently I'm no good at that. So, because I wouldn't get very many people I wouldn't get very many men that would comment. I would get men in their 30s, the odd guy in his 30s, and then I would get men in their mid to late 70s. and then one time I was talking to a younger gentleman. I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. And so we exchanged phone numbers. We're texting back and forth. And he sends me a message sometime later, and he says, you don't seem that interested. And I said, no, I don't want a pen pal.
I know that feeling. Definitely about the pen pal part of it, type of thing. But yes, the strange thing about dating, it's like going back to school. Going back to school, you got to learn so many lessons. You got to put up with all the other kids in the playground. All of them, when they're whining, they're complaining, and not knowing what they want. All these crazy little things. And here's the thing. As a woman, in your sexiness, it has nothing to do with age. And I mean, for God's sake, Jan, I know you. And I don't know what these people are looking at. I don't know what they're saying. Maybe they had too much wine or didn't eat, or they're probably just delusional. I don't know what the hell they were looking at, but they need to get their eyes checked.
Thank you.
You know me. I have told you that for so many years. And then we keep touch. We always drop in once in a while, and we always have some fun. And here's the thing: sometimes when we're looking too hard is when we'll never find. And when we least expect, we would find. But the fact is, but to women, on a more serious note, does not mean once you're married, you let yourself go.
No.
Does that mean once you're married and have kids that, it doesn't mean as your career, you have to let that go as well, because you have certain needs that need to be nurtured. Now, you can nurture your own needs if you want, but at the same time, yeah, people can have orgasms and so forth. Yes, I said the word orgasm. I would said to say sexy and so forth without even touching a part of their body, even in hypnosis, even in meditation and so forth. So there are ways of doing that. But some people just believe they've been conditioned to say that you have to have the act of sex. And here's the thing, the act of sex is not intercourse. You hear what I said? The act of sex is not intercourse. Is that correct, Miss Jan?
No, that's intercourse is intercourse, and sex is
That's
a
in
whole like
That's in and out. Just like in and out. Doesn't last long.
yeah.
We all here. We all here as adults because we want people to understand it's not about the act of sex. Sorry, let me rephrase it. It's not about the sex. There's an act of sex, but what the act of sex could be playful. It could be light. It could be loving. It could be fun. It could be all those things. But it comes, and I keep saying over and over to people, it comes from within. It comes from the inside. That's what this is. So if you feel it like you do, you feel it. That's all that matters, because other people perceive you. Now, some men might be scared of their wits even to approach Miss Jan.
Yet if they pay any attention to me, I'm forever laughing at myself as I, drop things and trip on things and and I
Good thing. But I have people who say to me, and I was like, what are you listening to? They love my voice. They want to hear my voice. And I'm like, even once I had laryngitis, and a friend called me and said, oh my God, I swear to you I was getting over laryngitis and a cold or something. And he said, oh my gosh. I was like, but I'm sick. He said, yeah, I know. I don't know. To each his own, I guess. I don't know. And I'm thinking, I once in a while when I talk to him, I said, my gosh, your voice. But it's funny, I've had that happen to me when I was working, even like I was like 18 and I was living in the States, and I was volunteering part of my co-op in 1919, whatever. And there was a guy who I was working upstairs and he was downstairs, and I talked to him, it's like his voice. And I know it has, and you've been to Trinidad. So they've been told that Trinidad has the number 10. It's not the number, hasn't. It's the 10th sexiest language in the world. And I'm like, really? Because I always thought I sounded like a chipmunk. So then I had a voice coach said to me, accent? What accent? Now, remember, when we were training, I remember when Kim had said, when I told her about the accent, because again, like I sound like a chipmunk, typically you wouldn't get me talking like this, but I guess eventually your voice changes. And she said, and that's why I first heard it about accent being very hypnotic, very sexy, very attentive. And then I started to pay more attention. And I remember after that, I went to the voice coach, guys, what accent? And Kim said the same thing, what accent? And I'm like, but you didn't hear it? Because I thought everybody else had an accent. I don't know. Some men are just turned on with God knows what. But if they can't look at your picture, Miss Jan, I'm telling you, they need to go and take I don't know what they need to go and take, but they need to take something. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
So, what do you tell somebody who comes to you and have this problem? What do you tell them? How do you fix them? Well, they're not broken to be fixed, but let's say fix them.
Which problem?
Exactly. The problem that they believe they have lack of confidence, of their mojo, of their sexuality, of their everything about them and who they are, because this is who we are. They're not attractive. It has to do with energy. It has to do, if somebody like you comes to you and say, you know what, I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, John, I'm gonna say, John, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just can't find someone. I've done everything. Is something wrong with me? Like, really? What am I not doing? What I should be doing, that if I was doing, I would have had someone. But do you also believe it's if we're trying too hard?
Absolutely. You want to attract rather than you attract people and things and events into your life, and that's how you have to get to that vibration, being happy with yourself and clearing out things that have happened. Again, working with someone to clear out the things that have happened in your childhood, way back into your childhood, way back when you were, we even, a lot of the stuff we do, as you know,
Well, I
goes
call it the
back to.
elephant. Well, I call it the elephant in the room, and that's what I work with people taking that elephant in the room, as opposed to timeline therapy. Which timeline therapy, for those who don't know, it's modality we use where we release the gestalt, the anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, limited decisions, and release the emotions attached to that. The elephant in the room is discovering, the fear and so forth, which takes it to the deep cause level. But give me the now. You might be a little different to me how I approach this. Apparently, I tell them what to go and do, how to do it, when to do it, and come back and tell me. And it's the most hysterical moment of my life because I just get to laugh my head off, not laugh at them, but laugh in the sense that the results, when you see their face, it's priceless. When you hear their voice, because they're doing it for them. Now, give me the nasty version, what you tell them. Not, I know John have a little nasty version in there and say whatever, but I tell them as it is. Get up and do this. Go and do this. Boom, boom, boom. I tell them, go discover yourself. Go. And they look at me like, but then they start smiling.
Mhm. Well, and that's the thing is for so many years that people have believed that little voice in their head that isn't even true. The voice in their head that isn't true. It's all the nastiness and all the things that someone else has put into their head. And you need to also put in affirmations and things like that to put into your own mind what you are. I am worthy and deserving. I am a wonderful person, and I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. The Ho'oponopono, that is almost a prayer that is from the indigenous people of Hawaii.
Yes.
And I have had turned it into a mantra. And I would, when I was driving in my jobs, my part-time job, things like that, I would do a lot of driving. So I would find very often that the monkey mind and that person that would be the voices that would be negative to you. You just simply turn it into a mantra and say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And you say that, and you say, I am worthy and deserving of everything. I am worthy and deserving of all the best. I am worthy and deserving. And say that for 20 minutes while you're driving, over and over. You do it enough times, the unconscious mind, we found that if you say something, if you do something positive for 20 to 25 to 30 days, it becomes a habit. It also becomes an anchor. And the beauty of an anchor is as soon as I start hearing myself say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And all of a sudden, all the positivity and all of the good things that I remember of having said that to myself come flooding back because it's an anchor. My unconscious mind goes back to that and remembers that I am worthy and deserving. I am worthy and deserving. And I don't need to say it anymore because I believe it. Yet I can also say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And it reminds me and just sort of tops me up. You have a choice. It takes the same amount of energy to beat yourself up and be mean to yourself as it does to be nice to yourself. So be nice to yourself. And then, yes, and then you're relaxed and comfortable in your own skin. And that's sexy.
Here's the thing. One of the things I learned, and to top up what we learn, and we were taught and have been installed in us. I have a lot more stuff installed. And we talk on the Tao side of it, on the healing side of it, because we work on the soul level now, which is even deeper. Not the mind. We work on the soul level, to the heart. The same words you say into your mind, you literally have to say through your heart to feel it. And the heart, there's what we call Shenji Jen, which is the soul, heart, mind, body, and the matter, which is the body, physical matter. And everything has a Shenji Jen, the computer, the glass, the wine, everything, the jewelry, everything. But the heart houses the soul and the mind. But the soul is the boss, which is the spirit. So if you say those same mantras or affirmations and so forth, don't say from your brain, say from your heart. Because your heart sends the information to your mind in order to process, to take action on it. So it's a reverse, really and truly. And it's very powerful. The same thing we do with business. And most people must be hearing me saying this over and all the different shows and stuff we do. But that's really the root of it all. You have to work on the soul level. Okay? People don't understand if we attract from the mind, do we really feel it in the heart? We don't feel it in the heart. Why? Because we don't feel it. We don't feel with the mind. How could we feel with the mind? We can't.
I also believe that if you go down into your soul is pure love, which is pure love. So start at that point. If you stay up here, then you're just going to overthink and you're going to end up spinning and being not bringing it into your heart. Absolutely. And if it's up here, then it's very often very light and very isn't meaningful. You have to bring it down into your heart, which is into your soul, and your soul is pure love. And therefore, because you are pure love, then you are deserving of taking care of yourself. You're deserving of being nice to yourself. You're deserving of a wonderful life. And then it becomes a calmness that is instilled in you and a happiness that's instilled in you. And then when you're happy with yourself, that's when you can attract somebody if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking to attract someone.
Yeah. And then again, that's when the sexy come back. That's when the wild thing come back. That's when you can ask and go crazy, but have control of your body. Have control over what you do. Be responsible for what you do. If you decide to go on a dating, site, come back and tell us the good, the bad, and the ugly. We want to know. We want to just, walk that journey with you. Why? Don't think of it as not as a negative, because everything negative is to let you know on the site, if you actually been rejected, it's like a bully. It's them. It's not you. It's them. So don't ever feel that because you're being rejected, it's you. They may have a lot of crap going on inside of them. They may not know what they're looking for. They cannot handle women like us. And if they can't see that, then something's wrong with them. So the words they tell you is for them to feel good. But they're no better than us. Man or woman, opposite sex. They're no better than us. Not me, at least. Take it or leave it. You want to take it or leave it.
Well, that's the thing.
This wino.
Is it good?
That wine, a girlfriend actually made the wine, and she bottled them for me, the company. And because she knows I don't drink wine, but I drink ice wine. So it was something a little flavored, but I can't drink wine with sulfur as well. It makes me really sick. Oh my God. When I talk about I swell up, I literally was like on the deathbed. And she has created these 4 or 5 different flavors, but one of them is really dry. She put them all in dark bottles. This set, it's like 2 boxes I have with my company in it. And I didn't know some of them were labeled, the ones I know, and these ones weren't labeled. So I was trying to guess which one it was before I opened the wrong one. But to technically, I don't really drink wine. Not my thing. Ice wine I will, but not from any way, because some ice wine makes me feel sick as well. So, but I haven't eaten all day too, so that's a whole other story.
Great.
So I know, but believe me, when I'm finished here, I am going to eat like a pig.
So I'm inspiring you to drink wine on an empty stomach. You said you were.
I had a few cookies and a few chocolate bars. I don't think we're supposed to have the cookies or the chocolate bars. But again, even these little things, once in a while having some wine, which, like I said, because I'm not a person that I have to know what I'm drinking. So I don't like tangy, dry. I made some pickle cucumbers with, I haven't said pickle, but cucumbers with pepper, like how we make it Western, and I have with carrot, I some with karila and so forth, but vinegar. But vinegar is not my thing, and it's so strong. So I have to put some sugar in it now because the thing is so strong. So I'm not a tangy person, a savory person like that to a certain degree. So that's what it is. But the sexiness comes in where you can have fun like this and you can actually talk about what it is you want. Have a conversation with yourself. Have a bath. Go and discover yourself, every inch of your fabulous body, regardless what you look like. I have a girlfriend who walks around her house with no clothes, and she is bloody proud of it. She's a big girl. She is proud of it. And I say, you go. And her husband just loves it. But she don't care. So it's when you care about what people think, you would believe. They think it. You believe what they're thinking. Cut that nonsense out. That is not true.
I think most women are much harder on
No, Miss Jan. You know we're not supposed to use the word think.
Okay.
Hey, I never forget that, How many times you got scolded for that?
Well, all right. Most women, generally, it sounds like, when you listen to a lot of women, we don't take care. We don't. We're very hard on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So other women often are very supportive to their friends.
Wait, let's go back. Let's go back before we go to that part of the other women. Okay. Why do you think we're so hard on ourselves?
Society.
Mm-hmm. Society. So throw them out the window.
This is young women. I went to a birthday party one time and met the gentleman who was having the birthday was younger than I, so it was a great group of younger people, and there were these beautiful women that I got to meet. And the one gal, because again it was the one gal was saying, "Oh, it's my birthday. I'm getting so old," and I found out she was going to be 39 or something. And I'm going, oh, dear goodness, woman. And she was stunning. I said, what do you mean you're getting old? I said, is your mirror broken? Like, what's wrong? You look in the mirror, don't you? You're beautiful. And I was so surprised at how little self-confidence that this beautiful woman had. And how can they feel sexy if they don't think they're attractive? And why are they looking in the mirror and not seeing attractive? Is it what? I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's not healthy.
There's somebody I know who she's stunning. She's young. She's stunning, and she had someone in her life who was in a profession, and because the profession, he was looking at people making comments. She felt inferior. The girl is bloody stunning. I am not kidding you. And it's because of him, she felt so depressed, so ugly. And I'm like, what is wrong with you, girl? Did some work with her. And I'm telling you, now she's no longer in that situation. And now she's very spiritual, even more than she was. And I'm like, and she looks even more stunning now. Now she's probably in her 30s or so forth. But to have that self-esteem from a young age because what other people do and say and think, It makes no sense. So what we're saying to everyone right now, like, if you just catch it on a sexy show, we have a little bit more serious conversation tonight than our crazy, crazy nights. With Jan Freethy, who is also an NLP and hypnotherapy, and she does other modalities as well. Connect with her in order to find out more. But the fact is, she's been on a dating site, she's been on all these things, she's been rejected. But here's the thing: the older men understand maturity. The younger men understands maturity. The men in this age group doesn't understand it because they haven't accepted it. That's my opinion. They haven't accepted who they are. Well, if the older ones are looking back and say, "Yeah, you look good," okay, regardless of age, and the younger ones are the same. I'm like a Pierce Brosnan, Roger Moore type of person. Like, people hear me say that before. Elegant, distinguished, and I was not into the bald, but there's some men who are like really bloody sexy with the baldness. There's some men who said they didn't like the beard, but because of certain situations, which I don't give energy to, they look amazing. And I said, no, you gotta just clean it up here. And they're like, whoa, I like this. I was like, yeah. Do you not see yourself? And a lot of people also feel like this because they've been abused when they were young. And that innocence has been taken away from them. So don't feel it. So they're looking for something in the wrong places, for something that's not there, where they really should be looking inside with some soul healing. And I'll just tell you, you lovely people, there's nothing wrong with you. What happened, happened. Don't celebrate the anniversary. I have one person says, "What is the anniversary?" They sound like, who in the world celebrates an anniversary like that? Like, really and truly? You got to deal with it. And this is where all these things happen. And as well as I do, out of every 4 people, 2 or 3 people have been abused mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually as well. And this is where the self-esteem is. So they believe they're ugly or something. And it's not to blame yourself. It's the other person wrongdoing who have really scarred. And that's where the elephant comes in. That's what because you have so much anger. And I know this person has anger. I've talked about him so many times. God, if he ever hears a show, he will hit the roof. So much anger. And that leads to health issues. So you got to clean up all these things. Get that love for yourself, self-love. They get the sexiness back into you. And when that happens, the rest is effortless. And that's what we're saying. So, my dear Jan, what would you like to leave our message here? Give us a message, a sexy message. Let's see the crazy. I'm telling you, all you men who are seeing this show, you need to see this woman naked. That's all I gotta say. Me is a different story. I was also naked, but no, don't worry, you had an underwear on. But I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing. That's what I gotta say. Hey, we're mature enough to talk about this now, okay? 10 years after. I laugh about it as well. That was quite a night. Oh my God, that was quite a night.
There's something wrong with the microphone.
The microphone? On your side?
I can't hear you. It's all blurry. It just clicked in.
Okay.
So, there, it's back. It's better.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes. No worries. So I'm just saying they got to look at this woman, look at the inside out. It's not at the outside in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Self-confidence and being relaxed and being just relaxed in your body. Imagine, the millions and millions of items that and the companies that would go bankrupt tomorrow if every woman loved themselves as they are and didn't feel like they need to get rid of the cellulite, and they don't need to get rid of that little bit of muffin top, and they don't need to pull this in and lift this up and pull this back. And and that's what we're always told with the media and commercials and other people. And that's not from within, that's from outside in. So love yourself, absolutely love yourself from within. Forgive yourself and know that you did the best you could. And you do the best you could with what you have. And when you do know better, you do better. Just like Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. and understand his elegance is so sexy, is what one of our listeners are just saying right now.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Understated.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't realize until they get a little older. And that's the beauty of maturity, is that I was in a group, and I did a training with a group of ladies, and I put up on the page, I put up a picture, and it was a picture of me when I was 31, and I'm in a bikini, and I looked at it and I went, man, I look at it now and said, man, I looked good. And here I am. I back then, say, oh, I need to lose 4 pounds. And I still, to this day, don't know what 4 pounds would have gotten me. But I needed to lose it. Now, here I am, 30 pounds heavier, and I'm totally comfortable. And I think, yeah, I look great. So it's all, beating up yourself is so much, so inaccurate. It's there again, it's thinking here, not thinking here. You need to pull everything down into your heart, breathe into your heart, and look into yourself and love yourself. And then you will become your best friend. When you are your best friend, then you can be someone. The more you love yourself, the more you can give to other people.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. I don't know about you, anybody else. As if I saying sexy doesn't have to be loud. Confidence and maturity is sexy. You're so right about that. Here's the thing about you talking about, when you think about the Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa is not really a beautiful woman. What do people look at in the Mona Lisa? What you know exactly what they look at the Mona Lisa. They don't look at the whole painting. What is the focal point of that? It's a smile. It's a smile. It is not her face. To talk about the Mona Lisa smile. Not the face, not the clothes she's wearing. It's just a smile.
Absolutely.
And that's the most important thing. It's your smile. Your smile is your eyes, and your smile is like the core to your soul. So when you keep that up, keep laughing and keep smiling, for it keeps you young, is what it is. So what would you like to tell our audience before we leave here, Miss Lovely Jane Freethy?
Jan, not Jane.
Jan.
That's, I know. Anyway, so what I'd like to
say. My glasses on, okay?
Okay, here. You want to go on?
Lisa, no.
So yes,
Jan
I'm thinking.
Freethy.
Yes, I'm saying that.
Jan Freethy.
Freethy. Oh, stop it. That's fun. Oh, dear.
Oh, hey, get your freak on, okay?
Yeah. Yep, that's fun.
Hey,
and that's the best thing, is to relax, have fun, and start out liking yourself, and then learn to love yourself. And I've said to clients, I've said, if you look in the mirror and you can't look at your face and say, wow, you look great. If that's too much, start with, I have nice eyebrows. They're really nice. And oh, my skin's pretty good. And pick out small bits and build it up so that you can look at and the sort of the affirmations of actually looking in the mirror at yourself and realizing that you are a gift to this universe, and your soul is love, and you deserve it. Absolutely. I mean, that's the bottom line, is that everybody deserves it.
Why don't you look in the camera and tell them how you feel about yourself, Miss Jan Freethy?
Well, years ago, I couldn't look in the mirror and say, you look fabulous. Never. I couldn't do it. And now, on Saturday, I'm going to be 64. So I think I look pretty damn good for 64.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I can't believe I'm singing. Happy birthday, Freaky Jan. She looks amazing in her underwear.
Oh, well, there. So few have seen me. So few people have seen me in my underwear in the last 10 years.
Girl, I was one of them. Oh
Woohoo!
yeah, you and two others, including myself. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Miss Jan.
Yeah.
It's fun to be back. It's to connect and to talk about this. I know behind closed doors we can really get freaky. Sometimes we're conservative and but we're a crazy bunch over here, and we want people to say, you know what? If Jan could do this, Dianne could do this. Why can't I? What is holding me back? Well, what's holding you back is this. Switch it from here to here, and you see a difference. I know. I've done it. Jan's done it. Quite a few people have done it. And that's what we do with others to help you, and you're never alone. There's Jan information, and here's my information. If you want to know and you're not sure, you don't have to tell anyone. This is about you. So for everyone out there, I want to thank Jan so much for being with me. It's long overdue. We still have to go on that picnic, but I don't know when that's going to ever happen. Next week. But it's always a pleasure when I talk with you and we connect, catch up. It's so much fun. And I'm saying to people, you all don't know what you're missing. This is a good woman, a woman of very heart-centered, smart, educated, and by the way, she can do some really cool modalities on you. We actually both could do some really, really crazy modalities on you. And the Kama Sutra part of it, I'll leave that to imagination with Jan. I have to behave myself still. So on that note, I want to say thank you so much, Jan. Thank you, audience, for joining us and for those commented. Thank you for everything you've done. And to have so much fun on the Sexy Show. And sometimes we can get a little crazy, but I cannot believe that you made me drink wine. I cannot believe. So here's a toast to you.
Thank you, my love.
Birthday. And the next time I drink wine may not be for the next, I don't know, God knows, months, years. 60, sexy, 60. I ain't 60 yet, so I can't have that.
I'll loan it to you. I'll loan you the
I'm not
glass.
60 yet. I have 2 more years to go.
It's only a number.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I guess.
I'm just telling the audience, not you. I know you know.
Yeah, it's just a number. Really and truly, it's just a number.
Yeah.
And for you men out there who believe that, your age group and our age group doesn't click, well, I don't think you better go look in the mirror. I don't know what you're looking for. Are you looking for a cougar? Or are you looking for your daughter or your sister? I don't know what you're looking for. If you can't see this woman in front of you, and many women who come on the show, something really wrong with you people. We should create our own online dating. Your own online dating app and put certain criteria. If you think that you're so obsessed with yourself, no, don't even bother. If you believe that you can't have a relationship with somebody your age because of whatever, you don't work here. No. Yeah, no. If you believe that you're looking for a cougar, they're in the wrong place. If you believe you're looking for somebody who can walk the path with you, it has nothing to do with it, then that's a different story. So we need to kind of educate them. So Ms. Jan, thank you so much.
Thank you for thinking of me.
Yeah. Hello. I was guided to call you actually. It's like, oh, you should call Jan. Okay. I have to call Jan. Maybe we had to share that on that bedroom story. Let's look at the imagination. I don't remember whose bed I slept. I think Karen slept with me. Or was it you?
I should remember. We should remember that. I think. Oh, it was the hypnosis.
My memory not good. Okay, my memory don't go back to them things.
It was 10 years ago. How can we remember?
You need to go back on your unconscious mind. Go back in time. Dianne time brain don't work that way.
Yeah.
It was either Karen or you.
I don't, yeah, it sort of doesn't matter at this point, I
No,
suppose.
I know, but it's always fun to talk about it because here's the reason why. We could sit back and laugh at it. That's
Yeah,
why. We could
yeah.
sit back and laugh at it. We can share about it, and people can think whatever the hell they want to think about it. They can think whatever they have. And that was the last day of our training. The next day was our last day of our training, and oh my gosh, it was so auspicious what it was. And that's the day when I woke up and I said, Karen, can you check the bump in my back? Remember the bump in my back I had that disappeared?
Mhm.
And that was the first time anything had ever disappeared on me. For certain things could disappear on me right now in terms of, all these things that happen, in discomfort and so forth. But we're working on that. But again, these are all blockages, and these are things that are holding us back, and we got to work with this. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jan. And for
Yep.
those who are watching us, please do catch us on the replay, share this, get some insights. We may have shared things that, may have clicked. Drop it in the comment and tell us what you would like to hear. So I do appreciate everyone. And this is a show that we want people to be free to talk about what they want to talk about without feeling judged or they can't say this. And this is one safe space. Go check the disclaimer. If you're I'm telling you, you have to check the disclaimer that if you really want to find the true you, don't look from here
Mhm.
because you can't look here. Your eyes might be there, but you can't look here. But you can look down here, and you might be surprised what you will find there. The true you, the sexy you, the loving you, the sensual, magnificent you. So until next time on the Sexy Show, this is Dianne and Jan saying bye-bye. We love you. We honor you. We appreciate you. And we'll love to see those, whatever shape you are,
Mhm.
make a difference here. Because believe me, we're not in shape either. Not like when you were 31. Say what? So chat soon. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.